Welcome into the Ohio State Football Report. Billy Vebe back with you on the eve of Ohio State and the team up north going at it for the 121st time. Yes, they have met. This will be the 121st meeting between these two programs. And boy, is the injury talk right now for the Buckeyes and Wolverines. They've got some drama and injury and things going on there. If you're not up to date, it's because you're not subscribed. Be sure to sub to our channel. We have been talking about the injuries day by day, what the coaches had to say, what the players have had to say, everything that has happened with these injuries. We have kept you up to date here on the Ohio State Football Report. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to do so. We will take you up to the game. We will have our live watch party, instant reaction, overreactions, and then into the future for Ohio State, where they stand after what we hope is a win against Michigan on Saturday. So hit that sub button. Make sure you are locked in with us here on the Ohio State Football Report. And I know, Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, those are the two biggest names everyone wants to hear about. I respect it, so we will jump right into it with Jeremiah Smith. Earlier in the week, we got that clip from the Caleb Downs podcast. If you didn't listen to the full episode, you didn't miss much. It's just really that clip is where he gave his injury update. I should be good to go for Saturday. That's what he said. And the fans going at it again tonight, breaking down a video of him. The Buckeyes flew to Michigan this year. They decided to fly. Ryan Day saying that's part of their routine this year is every road game is going to be treated the same. So they flew to Michigan instead of busing. Getting off the bus when they arrived from the airport, Smith doing a little limp or whatever you want to call it. That's the tough part here. People just breaking down this little limp, hitching his giddy up, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Maybe he's down a step from what he usually is. I mean, that could still be 20 catches for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns for Jeremiah Smith if they really let him go. I'm not really sure. He said he should be good to go for Saturday. I think that's where it stands with Jeremiah Smith. That's what it's been talked about. That's what he has said. And for me personally, that's how I'm taking it, is he is probable. He should be good to go for this matchup. We then look at Carnell Tate, who we read the report from Alex Gleitman, and I've talked about this. My personal opinion was that one's a little sketchier. It's a different situation. You go from tight in warmups to now missing 3 games, okay? Carnell Tate's in a tough situation. My prediction the other day in our injury video was Smith probable, Tate 50-50. And I think I still stand there. Carnell Tate definitely has a different type of injury. And Alex Gleitman from On3 talking about the program and people around the program cite it as something that could be more of an issue for the future for him. So he has to be careful when he plays. You have a Big Ten championship and hopefully multiple college football playoff games outside of this Michigan matchup, right? Carnell Tate has to think about that. The Buckeyes have to think about that. It's definitely worth thinking about. So when they look at Smith, a guy who even played against UCLA, right? Played 22 snaps, was on a pitch count. Tate didn't, and Tate didn't play the week before either. So you haven't seen Carnell Tate in a while. That injury is very sketchy to me personally. The word we got from Ryan Day off the bus being asked the questions was they are on the trip and we're looking for a good night of preparation heading into tomorrow. Yes, that is it. Take it as you want. I know a lot of people take it as like the biggest deal in the world or like a gigantic thing. They traveled. They're there. I think that's a good sign per usual, and I think the other things Ryan Day has said, trending in the right direction, feeling good, things like that, I think are all good. I still put Carnell Tate at a 50-50, put Jeremiah Smith as probable. I think we will see him. I think it's good they're both there. I highly doubt Carnell Tate would go all the way there and just be on the sidelines, I guess. I think that'd be a rough thing for him to experience, but I think that'd be a good teammate move in general. But again, at this point in time, both guys have traveled to the game. Both guys are there. We're getting breakdowns again of what Ryan Day has to say. Jeremiah Smith's walk. There was no video of Carnell Tate, so I don't know if he just kind of got in with a crowd or whatever. But this is an interesting situation heading into this game. It really is. And it's taken, I don't think it's taken anything away from it, but it's added an interesting, dominant storyline to Ohio State and Michigan. And like I said, both these teams have a very interesting availability report, a full availability report. We'll run that availability report down in just a second. I do want to let you guys know this at-home video brought to you by Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It is all happening at once, and while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right, and that is Prize Picks. You can follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one click. It can be a friend, celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like. Hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new feed tab. Also, there's a new feature alert. Prize Picks now has early payouts. So if your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So the availability report for both these teams, and I say availability report instead of injury report because some of these guys are rumored or talked about as not to be injured, just going through drama and different situations with the program. We'll start with Michigan. And again, we ran this down in our Ohio State preview, so you can go back and do that. And before we do it, I do want to ask you guys, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, do you think they will play on Saturday? Let me know down below. Is it Smith's playing? Is it Tate's playing? Is it both's playing? Is it neither is playing? Let me know your personal opinion down below. Will Jeremiah Smith play? Will Carnell Tate play? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, rolling through it here, Samaj Morgan, who is a wide receiver for Michigan, also does some special team stuff. He's a guy that there's rumors flying all around what's going on with him. Our James Yoder breaking it down on the Michigan Football Report, being phased out of the lineup. There's rumors about an injury. There's rumors about social media stuff. Didn't play against Maryland. I have him listed as probable because he'll be good to go. I don't know if that means he will actually play. Sharon Moore saying everything's fine there. Ernest Hausman, he is a key linebacker on that defense. Also going through some drama. Again, you can check out the Michigan Football Report for more of a breakdown or our Ohio State-Michigan preview. Hausman going through, again, not necessarily an injury, even though the coaches noted him as day-to-day. The talk was that he's going through some sort of, off-the-field, disconnection with football, left the team, says he's still on the team. I don't know. But our James Yoder at the Michigan Football Report, he said, does not think he will play against Ohio State. So that's worth noting. Max Bresden, fullback tight end, a go guy in that running game, makes things happen for them, blocking-wise a lot of the time. It also gets some carries and catches. Walking boot, x-rays on the foot. Sharon Moore saying that he if anybody could play, it would be Max Bresden through this injury. I don't know. Walking boot in a little scooter a couple days before the game. Never a good look there. And then Jordan Marshall, the lead runner right now for Michigan at running back, banged up his shoulder, but with the junk he was talking the other night about why he didn't go to Ohio State and all the things he said about the people at Ohio State, better be playing. Should be playing. I list him as probable, but should be good to go for that. Michigan will be without Rod Moore in their secondary. He's been a good player for them over the past few years, so that'll be a key loss. Looks like he'll be out for the season. And Justice Haynes, who Michigan hoped they could get back for this game, will be out. He's been their lead running back all season. Flipping to Ohio State's availability report. And again, you guys can let me know your prediction down below. Is Smith playing? Is Tate playing? Are they both playing? Let me know down in the comment section. I have those guys both down as questionable. Smith probably more probable, but we'll wait for the official word there. And then Quincy Porter, a younger wide receiver that we actually noted and thought would step up for the Buckeyes a little bit. He was not available last week, so we will see what we hear about him on Saturday. Ohio State could use the depth at wide receiver. They got into that game against Rutgers and completely bailed out on the young receivers. Bryson Rogers and Mylan Graham not getting much run with the Ohio State offense. So maybe if Porter is available, he could give them a little bit more. And then a senior, Lorenzo Styles Jr., their nickel corner, banged up his shoulder again last week. Ryan Day noted the other day that, yes, he practiced, but he didn't have any information outside of that. So that's the availability report the night before Ohio State and Michigan. And again, your question of when will we know? 1 week, Ohio State gave the update about an hour before kickoff. Then last week, it was a couple hours before kickoff. Got to lock in with us the morning of. Make sure you're subscribed. You can follow me on Twitter or X at third, THIRD, BB, 2 E's, BE. Give me a follow there. I'll get the updates out as soon as I can. Of course, we will go live with our watch party at 11 a.m. Eastern time, so we will have all the information we have at that time before the game. So make sure you hit that sub button. Buckeyes and the team up north going at it Saturday. Really excited for this matchup. Glad to break it all down with you guys tonight. A lot of fun planned for tomorrow, so be sure to subscribe.